All right, hello everybody. Today we have a new World of Warcraft update that's been revealed to us. This is going to be for 11.0.5, where we have the 20th anniversary celebration. So for this, there's a bunch of quick facts you can go over here. Feel free to stop through. I'm going to try and go through this pretty thoroughly here. They did have a paired WoWcast with us as well, where they went really good into the different things that are going on here, like really in depth. I appreciated the new way that they're handling that. Just to start us off, I'm just going to go through this article. The main thing is that this is going to be a brand new event that will last for a little bit over 2 months. I would assume that this would last until the next patch. So let's say, if this launches sometime in early November, it may last until mid to late January, which is when I would currently expect the next patch to appear. Um, However, let's get into it here, right? So, to start off, there's going to be a new currency called Bronze Celebration Tokens. These are going to be what we can spend to get the different items tied to this 20th anniversary celebration. We should be able to earn these from everything tied to this, and also they mentioned they want these to be obtainable from just doing regular things in Season 1 as well. Right off the bat, we have a brand new raid. This is going to be the Blackrock Depths raid, which is going to be revitalized and a little differently. Here it mentions that this is 10 to 15 players, and you can queue for a raid finder version of it or group up for normal and heroic. This from the WoWcast, I'm pretty sure I got my numbers right here. It's at 8 bosses and then 5 mini bosses. I think it's just gonna be cool. We'd love to see this sort of new content get put out. It was sort of teasing us here at the bottom is these tier 2 armor appearance sets. They have redone these, obviously. Judgment set is absolutely beautiful. Death Knight, brand new set because Death Knight didn't exist when Tier 2 came out. Mage, I believe this is Warlock here in the middle, right? Oh, sorry, Hunter. My bad. Looking beautiful. The assets here are great. I think they made a great choice for these new sets. Warrior, Druid, Priest. This Druid set is amazing. I love these new antlers. The little details added in here. I think this is just amazing. Monk, I love this monk set. This is another brand new set because monks didn't exist. Shaman and Evoker. I think they did really good with the Evoker set as well. It's a shame we don't get to see it most of the time as Evoker. Warlock, Demon Hunter, Rogue. Beautiful remasters here. Beautiful new set for the Demon Hunters. Again, did not exist prior. I will say, I don't know, maybe this is just me still having some Legion fatigue here, but I would be interested to see what sort of different ways they can go with Demon Hunter sets. I feel like mostly they do exist in this very specific gold and fell niche with black. It looks nice. I think it'd be interesting to see. Um, Anyways, these are a full set, and does look like you can purchase these with the Bronze Celebration tokens. Think similar to Miss Pandaria Remix, where you'll just be able to buy the whole set. Um, and thankfully, this event will be going on for a while, so we'll have time to earn all of these sets. Very, very nice. Beautiful decision made here. Also, they're going to be adding in these more time walking dungeons for classic dungeons. So there's going to be Deadmines, Zul'Farrak, Dire Maul, which will have 2 wings, and Stratholme. So that makes a grand total of 5 dungeons, where also you will be able to do these at level 10, and I believe that's just for all time walking going forward. So it doesn't matter what sort of week it is, if it's going to be a Wrath week or a Legion week, you will be able to queue up for time walking just as an inherent part of that, and I think that's great. Another great part here is they are going to be adding some new options for the rewards for time walking. They mentioned, this Hippogriff, Amani Hunting Bear, this Spellweave Carpet, which are all going to be on the time walking vendors. They also mentioned there's going to be new transmog appearances, mounts, pets, just a whole new thing, right? Now, we do also have the main rewards for this 20th year thing. So there's going to be these new pets, the new toy, and then this beautiful mount. It has it flies similar to Ashes of Alar, and that's what it's inspired by, is that base Phoenix model that they've added this armor on top of, which is actually inspired by their year of service rewards. Whenever they're actually in Blizzards, they are given a sword and a shield, which hopefully shows it later in this article, but those are actually part of the rewards as well. Also, we will see some returning anniversary items. This is something I'm very excited for, as for that 10-year anniversary, there was the Corehound mount that I was playing at the time, but I didn't really know what I was doing enough to actually go through the steps of doing that raid to get that mount. So I'm glad, you know, it's been 10 years. I think it's completely fine to let us get those again, right? Okay, there's also some new event stuff that's going to be happening. It goes a little bit over in a picture down below. I'll show you guys. The main activities, like the main hub for this event and for this patch, will be outside of the Caverns of Time, right in that little area where Doomwalker typically was, like for the last anniversaries. And there's going to be different options there. I saw something similar to a mount off challenge that you've seen like different creators do and such. Yeah, it's mentioned here, Mount Mania. So it's looks like it's something where someone stands up on a stage, they get on a mount, then the people around get on a mount as well. There's a fashion frenzy, which they described as a mini trial of style, which I think is really cool. Laura Walker Cho will be telling off some some past stories, and there's going to be a little ice rink. You can disguise yourself as your pet, cosplay as, you know, it says here famous heroes or villains. Specifically, it referenced, we have confirmations on Khadgar and Illidan. This just seems like they're just really going all out. And it's mentioned here this for players level 15 and above. There's also going to be a small quest chain, which, yes, is here at the guest relations, which you can see in here. This is in front of that Caverns of Time area. This is going to be similar to your Secrets of Azeroth questline that they did last year. I think it's going to be really cool. I like having these little quest lines tied to these events. It's really nice. Up here, we do also see there's a new outdoor open world event called Codex of Chromie. Now, they said, yeah, so it's something queued, which I'm curious as to what this is going to really be, because they said more open world, but it's also a queuable thing. So it'll be interesting to see how that actually functions, and we'll see that whenever this hits the PTR, which they said is soon. So I would assume sometime end of this week, sometime next week would be my guess. There's gonna be something cool, focus in Silithus, beginning at level 15 again. And it's a 10 to 20 player scenario. Man, I'm really interested in what this is gonna be. Maybe like so it seems like a queuable world event. I would assume that actually has to be due to the weird phasing issues in Silithus. So you'd have to like, because otherwise, if you just made a regular open world event, then everyone would have to make sure they're on specifically which version of Silithus you're wanting to use, which I could see where that it might be just nicer just do it at Cueable like this. I think that's okay. That makes sense to me. Korrak's Revenge is returning. This is really cool. So it does show that for the November trading post. Oh, okay. So that means that this patch has to launch in October, because the data has to be in the files by November 1st. I'm going to look at the calendar real quick. What are we looking at here for October? So I would put this release date at October 29th would be my guess, because that's a Tuesday. That is assuming they're still adhering to the Tuesday releases, which we did see them stray from for some Dragonflight patches there towards the end, particularly Plunderstorm, right? Because it says here that we're getting these back pieces, which I think are amazing. Celebrating 30 years of Warcraft with the November trading post. That's a really cool reward, but that does mean that this patch has to drop before November 1st, which is a Friday, because these have to already be in the files, right? At least that makes sense to me. So that's where I'm getting that October 29th date from. But anyways, these 4 factions are representing the factions of Warcraft 3 that you can play in that RTS. Orc, Human, Night Elf, and Scourge. These look really cool. I'm particularly a fan of the Human and Orc one. The Night Elf and Scourge one just looked a little weirdly sized, in my opinion, if that makes sense. And then they have this cool wallpaper. Now, there is a little bit more coming to this patch, which is Drakthir are getting new class choices here, which are going to be Mage, Hunter, Priest, Warrior, Rogue, Warlock. So these are, the classes which are already everyone can be. Drakthir will get those as well. I think this is cool. There's going to be some new changes, some new class abilities. I particularly think this is really cool. It's where as Soar, you can have 3 Drakthir going at once. That's really sick. Um, this squadron thing. Now, there's also these Ascendance forms. I've seen some mixed reactions to these. I don't primarily play a Shaman, so I don't particularly know what to think about them. I think they largely look cool. The face is kind of throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie, but at least there's a new thing for. I really don't know have anything too positive to say. I mean, it's cool that they're finally get some new models, right? Overall, that seems to be all that we currently know about this patch. Just as a sort of cleanup here and make sure I mentioned everything, the Shaw of Anger is going to be a new world boss. Also, there was one more. Yes, Archivon the Stone Watcher will be joining us. And that's pretty much it for this one. I hope that everyone is excited about this new update. I mean, heck, we're getting information about this, and Season 1 hasn't even dropped yet, right? We haven't even had people enter the raid yet. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more WoW content. Thank you for tuning in. You have a wonderful rest of your day.